The softball team starts their season off right.
And both track and field teams head to the ECAC championships.
All this and so much more coming up on All Access, which starts now. Welcome to another jam-packed edition of All Access. I'm Chris Sharnagle, filling in for Ali DiLorenzo.
And I'm Cody Decker. We are so full of pro sports news, we just might have to take off next week. So Chris, let's get the show on the road.
Let's do it. For the second consecutive season, sophomore diver John Morris qualified for the NCAA Division III Swimming Championships after competing at the Northeast South Regional on February 27th and 28th. Morris took 5th place out of 14 individuals in the 1-meter dive, totaling 468.1 points. In the 3-meter on day 2, Morris finished 6th out of 13 divers with 481.6 points. The Division III championships will be held in Shenandoah, Texas, from March 18th to the 21st.
The Rowan lacrosse team began the 2015 season at home on March 4th with an 11-9 victory over Ursinus College. Ursinus went up 1-0 to start, but Rowan came back to take a 2-1 lead and then a 5-4 advantage at the break. Senior midfielder Jamie Blondina led the way for the Profs with 3 goals, and senior attack Becca Wood added 2 goals and an assist. Of the 2 freshman goalkeepers on the team, Erin Horner got the nod in the opener, making 7 saves. Horner was named New Jersey Athletic Conference Rookie of the Week for her performance.
The Catholic University women's lacrosse team defeated Rowan University 18-10 in a non-conference shootout on Thursday afternoon. The Cardinals remain unbeaten with a 3-0 record, and the Profs have a mark of 1-1. For Rowan, attack Becca Wood produced 3 goals. Midfielder Michaela Early scored the first 2 goals of her career. Attack Rachel Emerson tallied 1 goal and 1 assist. Midfielders Jamie Blondina and Nicole Micandero each had a goal. Attackers Vicky Sikarski and Rachel Hobifer also had a goal each. Rowan travels to Claremont, Florida to face SUNY Fredonia on Tuesday, March 17th at noon.
The women's track and field team competed in the ECAC championships. Out of 60 schools, they tied for 4th with 31 total points. They performed very well in both the 4x200 medley relay and distance medley, placing 2nd and 3rd respectively. It was even better in the 4x400. Jesselyn Wright, Shyla Williams, Brianna Angelella, and Malira Searcy set a new school record with a time of 3:54.38 en route to a first-place finish. Searcy also took 3rd in the 800 meter. Nia Lawrence placed 9th in the 60-meter dash, Nicole Ross placed 8th in the long jump, and Catherine Doherty came in 13th in the 1-mile run.
Last Friday, Rowan had 2 participants in the Tufts final qualifying meet. Jamil Jackson placed 2nd out of 2 racers in the 400-meter dash with a final time of 51.55 seconds, while Pat McCurry's time of 157.12 resulted in a 8th place finish in the 800 meters.
Rowan track and field competed in the ECAC championships this past weekend at the Armory in New York. The event took place from Friday to Saturday. In total, Rowan had 4 competitors in individual events and ran 2 team relays. The Profs took 5th place in the 4x200 team relay and later finished 13th in the 4x800. Justice Pollitt and Lance Wakefield competed in the long jump, placing 9th and 38th respectively. Pollitt also came in 14th in the 60-meter dash. Dave Benjamin finished 5th in the 60-meter hurdles preliminary round on Friday, but could not compete in the finals the following day due to an Air Force National Guard duty. In the end, Rowan's total team score placed them 45th out of 56 schools.
Now it's time for a look into the world of pro sports with Kyle Rosner.
Thanks, Chris. This week in pro sports, NFL teams continue to revamp their rosters as free agency continues. The Philadelphia Eagles make huge contributions to their roster as they added free agent running backs Ryan Matthews and DeMarco Murray, while also trading quarterback Nick Foles to the St. Louis Rams for quarterback Sam Bradford. The Colts added leadership and experience to their roster as they signed longtime Houston Texans receiver Andre Johnson and former San Francisco 49ers running back Frank Gore. The Colts also parted ways with running back Trent Richardson. The Miami Dolphins improved their defensive line after signing Ndamukong Suh to a 6-year, $114 million contract with $60 million in guaranteed money, making Suh the highest-paid defensive player in NFL history. Spring training in the MLB is in full swing. All eyes are on Alex Rodriguez as he hit his first home run since 2013 in a 10-6 loss against the Boston Red Sox on Wednesday. Masahiro Takana made his first start in spring training after missing 2.5 months with a torn ligament in his throwing elbow. He pitched a total of 19 times, with 15 of those being strikeouts, in a 3-2 win against the Atlanta Braves on Thursday. After being removed from the game, Tanaka had to head down to the bullpen to throw 18 more pitches to fulfill his day of training. Boxing fans, Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather came face-to-face for the first time since their mega fight was announced, as Hollywood rolled out the red carpet for the richest bout in history. The fight has already drawn in over $300 million in revenue, with Mayweather projected to receive $120 million as a purse, with Pacquiao receiving $80 million. According to Vegas, Mayweather has a 65% chance of winning the fight. The action will take place live from the MGM Grand May on May 2nd. And that is all I have for you this week for Pro Talk. Coming up, Cody and Chris have more updates and scores. But after the break, Chris Sharnagle sat down last week with Brad Bowser, the head coach of both men's and women's swimming and diving, when we come back. So stay tuned for more All Access.
Welcome to All Access Spotlight. I'm Chris Sharnagle, and I'm sitting down here with the new men and women's swimming and diving coach, Brad Bowser. Thank you, Coach, for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. Let's just, start with the normal routine stuff, I guess you'd say. You became coach on, I want to say it was announced, I think it was July 24th.
Yes.
How was that? Describe
Exciting.
Exciting?
Yeah, it was exciting. Never coached college before. I have 15 years of club coaching, USA Swimming, and to actually get the call to be a college coach, it was something I've been working for about 15 years.
Oh, sweet. And just going off some of your accolades, I did a little bit of Googling. It's what I do, 'cause I like Googling. And you were not only a coach of, club teams, rec teams, stuff like that, but you've actually, according to my notes here, and also RowanAthletics.com, 5 Mid-Atlantic Junior Olympic champions, 4-star invitational champions, 7 Olympic trial qualifiers. Among other things, you were also the #1 ranked swimmer in New Jersey when you were in high school at Shawnee.
Correct.
So how do you feel that being a swimmer and being such a good swimmer, in those days, has transitioned to coaching?
Well, it definitely carries over. All the knowledge that I've gained throughout, high school swimming and then also in college, I'm able to relate a little bit better to the athletes that I have currently swimming for me. Things that what they might expect come time for, the time of racing, and I can sort of calm them down and sort of tell them what they're going to, or teach them what they're going to actually get when they dive in the pool.
Okay. One of the other things that I've also seen is the women, the team is dominant. They were last year. I think they finished at 10-1 last year before you took over after Coach Lisa, I believe, Coach Tony Lisa retired. How did you keep that same momentum going and keep them dominant and keep them on that same kind of page?
Really, it was just trying to and keep the team together, keep on enforcing teamwork and transition themselves into working for their goals, their individual goals, but also working towards team goals. We had some pretty lofty team goals, and this year we were able to match them or be better than my team goals that I set up in the beginning of the year when I walked in. So, for the first year, I think we did great. We're transitioning fairly well with our recruiting class coming in next year, and anticipate better things for years to come.
Awesome. A little more fun stuff here. Just the random question segment of the show, I guess you'd say. Favorite superhero?
I would have to say probably Batman.
Okay. I was going to say, if you said Aquaman, I'd cry
No.
a little bit. I'd have to.
No, not Aquaman, Batman.
Okay. So, if I did ask you, who would win in the Batman-Superman movie? Batman or Superman?
I'd probably say Batman.
Okay, good call. Good call. Favorite movie of all time?
Oh, that's a tough one. I would say anywhere from Goodfellas to I guess the other one would be Gladiator. That's another one I look at. Like,
Gladiator's a good call. Good call. Russell Crowe.
yeah.
Doing something good for once. Favorite musical artist or band?
Oh, favorite musical band would have to be Led Zeppelin. Just myself growing up and listening to Led Zeppelin right before I swim a race. So for me, it's stuff that I actually like to listen to get myself motivated to compete and to get after what I have to get done in the pool.
Okay. Guilty pleasure, whether it's a movie, like, you know how there's some songs or some movies that are just awful and you'll watch them or you'll like kind of enjoy them, but no one knows. Getting in the life of you a little bit. What is one of those guilty pleasure things like that you get like is it a song that you turn up on the radio and just kind of rock out to and then people look, you're like, no, that's not me. Like, what is it?
Oh, wow. Probably would have to be, would probably be singing Tom Petty in the car, turn it up a little bit louder, like you said. What's that movie with Tom Cruise that he turned the song up real loud and
Risky Business. Was that Risky Business?
No, it wasn't Risky Business. He was a sports agent.
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire turned it up when it was good. Or that's what I guess that would be my guilty pleasure.
Okay, rocking out the Tom Petty.
Just rocking out in the car all by myself.
Everybody does that.
I know.
That's one of the fun parts about being in the car.
Yep.
Trust me, I've rocked out to Call Me Maybe like many a times just driving down.
yeah.
Worst part is windows are down. It's bad choices.
That's never fun.
It's fun because other people do the stare. That's the fun part about it. Favorite Led Zeppelin song? Let's go there.
No.
Give us three. Top three.
No, I don't have three. Stairway to Heaven.
Good call.
That would probably be my favorite one. Just that puts me into a zone. Okay. Just listen to it and just relax.
What advice would you have for up and coming swimmers, like say for example, like maybe kids in high school or people who are kind of getting into it and like want to become better?
Keep working hard. Keep on. The swimming world is changing, and college athletics, and it's becoming a little bit more. It's becoming a lot harder to make the team. So it's keep working hard, keep on trying to get themselves to where they want to be, and focus in on that and listen to your coaches.
Okay. And the final question is, your last name is Bowser.
Correct.
Did anybody ever call you King Koopa or anything of that sort?
All the time.
And do you hate anybody with the name of Mario?
No.
Or Luigi?
No.
Okay. Just that's
all
all.
good.
I had to ask. I had to ask that question. But thank you, Coach, for coming on.
Thank you
Thanks for
very
sitting down
much.
with us. So
Appreciate it.
get back to you guys in the studio, and that's it for All Access Spotlight. So back to you guys. Welcome back to More All Access. We have some softball updates coming up, but first, let's start off with some news on the baseball team. Cody, lead us off.
Stepping up to the plate on Saturday, March 7th, the Rowan baseball team traveled all the way to Virginia Beach, Virginia to play the first game of a doubleheader against Oswego State. Ryan Easterday was on the bump for Rowan. Easterday was a little rusty in the first inning, giving up a runoff of a single to right field. That was all Oswego would need, but they added one run in the third inning and another in the eighth. Rowan couldn't get the bats going as the Lakers held them to just 4 hits all game. The final score ended up being 3-0 in favor of Oswego State. After the 3-0 loss, Rowan went back out onto the field to try to avenge their loss to Oswego State in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Nick Giuliano was Rowan's starting pitcher. Unfortunately for Rowan, Oswego continued to give them fits as the Lakers scored in 7 out of the 9 innings. The Lakers held the Profs to 4 hits again, but Rowan did manage to get 2 runs this time, but too little and too late. Oswego State defeated the Profs 10-2. Rowan would not have to go long to dwell on their losses because they had another doubleheader the next day against these same Lakers.
On Sunday, March 8th, the Rowan Profs had another doubleheader against the Oswego State Lakers in Virginia Beach. Ryan Sharkey looked to help Rowan get their first win of the season as he took the mound. He did his job as he threw 7 2/3 innings, giving up just 2 runs. As for the scoring, all 5 runs crossed the plate in the last 3 innings of the game. In the 7th, Stephen Todd and Eric Oliver had RBI singles, making the game 2-0. The following inning, Oswego had a 2 RBI single, tying up the game. In the 9th, Monty Strickland crushed a double to left center, and Eric Oliver scored the game-winning run for a walk-off victory. Rowan picked up their first victory of a score of 3-2, and without much time to celebrate their first victory of the season, Rowan took the field for Game 2 of the doubleheader. Scoring was definitely not minimal in this game as 17 runs were produced. Early on, Oswego took a 1-0 lead, but Rowan quickly answered, tying up the game. Oswego looked to pull away, scoring 6 runs, making it a 7-1 game going into the bottom of the 4th. Rowan was resilient but answered back by the conclusion of the 7th inning by scoring 7 runs of their own and taking an 8-7 lead. However, in the 8th, the Lakers tied it up at 8, and in the 9th, the Lakers walked off on a wild pitch, which is a very uncharacteristic thing of Profs pitching. The Lakers defeated the Profs 8-9, giving Rowan their 3rd loss of the weekend.
The Rowan University softball team opened the season taking on Grove City College at the Fast Pitch Dreams Spring Classic. It would be their first of 6 games. Right-hander Beth Ann Hyland was on the mound for Rowan as she threw 6 innings, allowing 7 hits and 3 earned runs, striking out 9. The Wolverines took a 1-0 lead in the first inning. The 4th and 5th saw a frenzy of scoring for the Profs as they took a 6-1 lead. Freshman Rachel Gagliardo pitched the final inning, earning her first save on the college level. Rowan would earn the win by a score of 6-4, getting the all-important first win of the season in Game 1.
In Game 2 of the Fast Pitch Dreams Spring Classic, Rowan would defeat Rosemont 14-0 in 5 innings. An error in the 2nd inning by Rosemont would lead to Rowan scoring 11 runs. The Ravens would have 5 total errors in the game. The damage would be done when Ashley DeYoung doubled the center, scoring 3 runs that would make the lead 7-0. The Profs were led by left fielder Mia Baldessari, who went 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. On the mound, junior pitcher Allison Nolan would get the win. She pitched 3 innings and allowed no hits. Rosemont Maggie Miller would be the losing pitcher.
In Day 2 of the Classic, Rowan continued their winning ways with an 11-0 dominant performance over Penn State of Harrisburg. The Profs would do most of the damage in the first inning, scoring 5 runs. First baseman Damaris Mercado doubled to center, scoring 2 runs to give the Profs a 4-0 lead. Designated hitter Ashley DeYoung started the scoring in the 2nd with a 2-run double. The Profs would finish the inning with a 9-0 lead. Pitcher Beth Ann Hyland earned the win, pitching 3 innings and allowing 1 hit. She also had 4 strikeouts and 3 walks in the game. Amanda Hartman is credited with the loss for Penn State.
The next game for the softball team was Hilbert College. Freshman Ashley Lesh took the mound for the Profs, and she did not disappoint. 4 innings, 8 strikeouts for Lesh, and Rachel Gagliardo came in to close the game, giving the ladies a combined no-hitter. Shyla Sneed came up huge for the Profs, going 3 for 3 with 2 doubles, scoring 3 times while stealing 3 bases, helping the Profs cruise to an 8-0 shutout win.
Riding a 4-0 start to 2015, Rowan softball extended its season-opening winning streak to 5 games on March 8th with a 12-1 victory over Gettysburg College in Little River, South Carolina. Rowan used a 5-run 4th inning and a 7-run 6th to seal the dominant win. Senior center fielder Shannon Costello and senior third baseman Jessica Phillips were 1 for 4 and 1 for 3 respectively and notched 3 RBIs apiece. The victory went to junior pitcher Allison Nolan, now 2-0, who went 4 innings, allowing just 2 hits while striking out 2.
The Rowan softball team blanked Penn State Berks 5-0 in Little River, South Carolina on March 8th to close out the Fast Pitch Dreams Spring Classic and start the season at a perfect 6-0. Senior pitcher Beth Ann Hyland picked up her 3rd win of the weekend in stellar fashion, tossing 6 innings of 4-hit ball and tying a career high in strikeouts with 10. Behind Hyland, the Profs amassed 13 hits to back their starters' effort. Junior shortstop Shyla Sneed finished 4 for 5 at the plate with 2 runs scored and 2 steals. The team's first 2 runs came in the 3rd inning on fielding errors by Penn State. Rowan would stay on the road next, traveling to Winter Haven, Florida for the Rebels Spring Games from March 13th to the 20th.
Well, we have recorded the final out for All Access this week. I'm Cody Decker.
And I'm Chris Sharnagle, and on behalf of everyone here on the All Access team, we'll see you next time and enjoy your spring break. I know I will.
Me too.